You didn't used to have a playground. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, good. I can probably do this one. Where is that? Yeah. Oh. I usually think he's saying something, I'm not sure.
Bob, are you talking?
Are you talking? There,
Bob?
they need us to.
Right.
Yeah, all the way.
In that case, yes.
Yeah.
So. Summer hours.
Bob?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Great, thank you. I think I got it.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Oh, hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Where's your like mom?
Right behind you.
Oh, good. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing? Hi, how are you?
Jerry, we're ready to begin whenever.
Good, good.
He was-
I'll start soon.
Jerry told me.
Really close.
Can you? I can't just. my phone is- Thank you. Okay.
Tell me. Oh, I'm looking for Virginia. Okay,
Where?
I thought
Oh,
you were
yeah,
in the
we-
list. I thought you were in the list.
Yeah, we're just down a few people tonight.
No problem.
The last one was here.
You can start whenever, Jared.
Okay.
Mr. Hollywood.
That's your last time to sit in that seat, Ron.
That's it. We got one last time.
Only fitting.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the Rural Park Summit Special Meeting, July 27th, 2022. In attendance, we have Ms. Lopez. Present. Ms. Simmerl is absent due to a death in the family. Ms. Kehoe.
Here.
Mr. Guston.
Here.
Mr. Mitchell.
Here.
Mayor Kelly.
Here.
Mr. Jenkins.
Here.
Mr. Shields is on our Zoom and Solicitor Hayes. Before we start our work session, I just wanted to announce that we have Drew here to represent our state representative, Bridget, as Bridget is in Philadelphia. Unfortunately, her son, who has been in recovery from brain cancer, has brain cancer again. They're going to operate on him tomorrow. And we all want to keep the whole family. Thank you for that. First item on our agenda is we want to recognize our mayor, Mayor Herman Johnson. And
Harry has the
Harry
proclamation.
has the proclamation.
If you.
So
Hello there.
If the chief would like to also get up to.
Yeah, sure, why not, Chris? We'll read it from here, Mayor.
Oh, okay, I thank you.
We got the gang all here too. Very nice. Very nice. Well, there's Chris. All right. So. A proclamation honoring Herman Johnson and declaring this day of July the 27th, 2022 as Herman Johnson Day in the borough of Clark Summit, Pennsylvania, by the Clark Summit Borough Council President Jermaine Carey, is announced to one and all. Mayor Johnson was born in Scranton, the son of Lovey and Roland Johnson. He served in the Vietnam War with the United States Marine Corps and received an honorary discharge at the rank of sergeant. He married Christine Johnson. Together they raised 3 daughters and adopted 3 sons. A long-term resident of Clark Summit, Mayor Johnson served over 25 years as a supervisor at Tobyhanna Army Depot. Graduated the Lackawanna College Act 120 Academy. He was employed as a part-time chief of police in Covington Township, a part-time Clark Summit police officer, and was employed by Lackawanna County Sheriff's Department. Mayor Johnson also volunteered serving 2 years as a Clark Summit Fire Police and president of the Lackawanna County Fire Police Association. He was also appointed as EMA Director of Clark Summit Borough for many years. Mayor Johnson has also been involved with many veterans organizations as a lifetime member, including the Northeast Marine Corps League of Scranton, Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 7069 Clark Summit, and the Disabled Vets of Scranton. He served as a mentor for Lackawanna County Veterans Court under Judge Michael Brace. He took great pride in constructing the Clark Summit Veterans Park with the help of many volunteers who are dedicated to the park's beautification and a tribute to our area veterans who served honorably in different conflicts. Then Herman Johnson was elected to the Clark Summit Council, where he served for 9 years. While serving on council, Johnson was instrumental in presenting a program to start the beginning of a junior council within the borough. Johnson broke the color barrier in October of 2016, when Clark Summit Council appointed him to serve out the remainder of Mayor Patty Lawler's term, making him the first Black person to head municipal government in the county. Johnson was then recognized by Lackawanna County Commissioners as the first African-American mayor in the history of Lackawanna County. He was elected to a full term as mayor in 2017 and re-elected in 2021. Having served his community for over 38 years, it is time that we recognize Mayor Johnson. So being of sound mind and full witness hereof, I officially declare Herman Johnson Day in the borough of Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. Mary Kelly, Mayor. Congratulations. Come on over here. I don't know who's worse, Herman, me or you.
Guys, wait, we need a picture.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mary Claire's taking pictures.
Here she is. Here, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'll come around the second. Perfect.
Here we are. We're gonna have a race, me and Herman.
And you'll probably win.
I don't know.
I'll be the ref for that.
Thank you.
Can we get a picture of Herman with his family?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, with the
How about you?
chief too.
Chief there too.
Here we go.
Congratulations, guys.
You guys, be good.
Congratulations.
Let's do it.
Congratulations. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're most
Do you want to
welcome.
have your officers get one?
Good job. Yeah, get out of the way here now. Chris is gonna fit in there. Chief's gonna get it. Huh? Oh, I'll get it. Oh, you guys can, come on. Right.
Plenty of room.
Can you get
Yeah.
everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you get everybody?
Yep.
We get her? Oh, wow.
1, 2, 3.
No, you don't have that race?
No, we're gonna have. That's what it is. He's gonna be the star of the rest. All right.
You don't. you can sit down.
Congratulations once again.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Also,
Send your video, have MS on scan.
we have
I'll send the video, have MS on scan.
we also have a
okay.
proclamation from our state representative and our state senator for you.
Right here. I'll just be brief, guys. Well, thank you, council, for having us. For those who don't know me, I'm Drew Popish, Chief of Staff for State Representative Bridget Kozarowski. As President Carey had said, Representative couldn't be here, so I'm honored to be here on her behalf. We just to give you some context. He went for his 6-month checkup, so he had no symptoms, and they found the tumor grew back and it doubled in size. So by tomorrow morning, it'll be removed, and then we'll know more after that. So fortunately, she couldn't be here. She was really upset because you have been such a great friend to our office, and it's been a pleasure to work with. So that's why I'm thrilled that I can actually do this on her behalf, because it means a lot to me, because you have been very good to us over the last 3 years, and you were fantastic to work with. I will briefly just read the House proclamation from the House Representatives. There's a lot of like whereases and all this old school English talk, so I won't even bother, but okay, so whereas the Honorable Herman R. Johnson, Mayor of the Borough Council of Clark Summit, is being honored upon his retirement after a career spanning more than 38 years of distinguished service. And whereas, to his great credit, Mayor Johnson served this country with honor and distinction as a member of the United States Marine Corps during Vietnam, where he had attained the rank of sergeant. Following his honorable discharge, he served for more than 25 years as supervisor at Tobyhanna Army Depot, for which he retired as chief. During this time, Mayor Johnson graduated from Lackawanna College, Act 120 Academy, and then worked part-time as chief of police in Covington Township, as an officer with Clark Summit Police Department. A former member of Clark Summit Fire Police, and as the past president of Lackawanna County Fire Police Association, he was appointed Emergency Management Director of Clark Summit, and was later elected to Clark Summit Council, where he had served for 9 years. Mayor Johnson was appointed mayor of Clark Summit in October of 2016 and was elected to the position in 2017 and re-elected in 2021. Active in his community, he has been involved with the Northeast Marine Corps League of Scranton, Veterans of Foreign Fair Wars Post number 7069, and the Disabled Veterans of Scranton. Now, therefore, the House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania congratulates the Honorable Herman R. Johnson upon his well-deserved retirement, partly recognizes his exemplary record of service in keeping with the highest ideals and traditions of this Commonwealth, offers best wishes for a happy and fulfilling future. Herman, I'm so honored to give this to you. Thank you so much.
Sure. Hi, guys. My name is Nolan Trentley. I'm the Scranton Office Director for Senator Mark Flynn. He was called to duty as the Senate Chairman of the Transportation Committee, so he regretfully cannot be here, but he wishes you all the best. Speaking of whereases, I have a lot of whereases that go with both his and his, so I just want to thank you, both me and the Senator and our office as a whole, for your service for our country, for your continuation with your service for veterans organizations, and of course, for your role in public office. It is my tremendous honor to present Herman R. Johnson with the Senate Proclamation of recognition of a lifetime of service to his community. And truly, thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of this.
Can we get pictures? Should be okay.
I'd like to, Harry, would you like to get a picture of him with,
The family, all get on the.
Picture.
oh,
Yes.
Everybody.
All right, everybody
Okay, here
look
we
at
go.
me. Here we
Is this
go.
in the way?
It's, I mean, you could see the podium, but I think it's, unless you prefer to, it's up to you.
It's on wheels, right?
Tip it back, but push it forward.
There you go.
It's like a giant skateboard.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Oh, well, that looks better, actually.
There we go.
Ready? 2, 3.
All right, very good. Thank you.
I was good, gosh. I was still cheerleading. Got a lot of good service. A lot more heavy.
I know.
Harry, don't sit down, you gotta get up again and read through.
No, I'm gonna do the one.
Oh, yeah,
Huh?
no, Jerry's. gonna-
Oh, okay.
And the next item on our agenda is our recognition for our junior council member, Ron Thomas. Step over here.
The other pocket she Ron.
What's he doing? Taking stuff out of his pocket.
I trust you. I trust you.
A proclamation is honoring Ron Thomas and declaring the day of July 27th, 2020 as Ron Thomas Day in the Borough of Clark Summit, Pennsylvania, by the Clark Summit Borough Council President Jermaine Carey, is announced to one and all. Ron Thomas is the second child of parents of Lisa Lopez and Ronald Thomas, and the sibling of one of our councilwomen, Ronnie Lopez. Ron was born in Regional Hospital in Scranton and lived in South Abington for 12 years. He moved to Clark Summit in 2015 and resided on Powell Avenue. Ron is a proud alumni of Abington Heights class of 2022. Ron Thomas's future plans include attending Marian University, where he will major in pre-physician assistant studies in a 5-year accredited program. Ron then looks forward to becoming a physician's assistant and becoming a member of the medical community. Ron Thomas joined Clark Summit Borough Council as a junior councilman September 2nd, 2020, after a unanimous vote from the council on July 1st, 2020. He served as junior councilman for his junior and senior years of high school, with his last official meeting on June 1st, 2022. Ron offered a council review of their actions from the young and participated in many discussions that benefited Clark Summit Borough. Ron Thomas believes that being a junior councilman may not only help him learn the ins and outs of government at the local level, but also help him get a crash course on how the government truly works on a local level. He believes that it is a great experience for a teenager / young adult. Clark Summit Borough Council would like to thank Mr. Thomas for his many contributions to our community. So being of sound mind and a full witness hereof, I officially declare Ron Thomas Day in the Borough of Clark Summit. So would you like to get the picture taken with the other council members?
Sure.
Arrange that?
Does everyone else want to come around?
Yeah. if you
No,
want
to go around the
back.
back.
That
works.
We'll hold this up there, and- You want something?
Yeah.
Ron, did you need part of the
I'm not a
change
councilman.
here?
I'll,
Okay.
Cherry. Come on.
Oh, we'll get a picture with the family art.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna get.
After we get council, we'll get family.
Yeah.
No problem.
Kind of silent.
Yeah.
Like this.
That's perfect. They're a little closer to Frank.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, we're perfect. Great. All right. let's
All right.
show you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job. Thanks.
Good stuff, I'd say.
I would. I know, I'm gonna stay here. Mr. Johnson, you want to get up here? Harley, you want to get up here? If I can get up.
One, two, three. All right.
Thanks, God. Thank you. I appreciate it. Pardon? Right.
Next item on our agenda is a public comment. I believe we have Artie Franks.
Yeah.
You wanted to at least, you want to recognize you for you, the flag you did for Ukraine.
That's nice.
At our meeting last week, Attorney Mike Cowley was here,
Last month,
or like,
early this month.
was here and said, they're going to be doing a run in Scranton. And all the money that's raised from this run is going to be sent for food for over in Ukraine. So all us council members are going to sign this.
Listen, that's from the council, not from me. It says right on the from the borough council. But some-
Please, got a lid on it.
So, yeah, that we just figured would really be a real asset. That will be, they're gonna have basket raffles and everything. So this is gonna be contributed to that too, so. Thank you. I also did our American flag here that we're extremely proud of. And he's taking orders for anybody that. I like to get an Irish flag if you wouldn't mind. All righty.
Anybody else, Chair? I don't know, John Jeffries.
John, would you like to address council at all?
Did you have public comment or are you just here to watch?
Just watching right now.
Okay.
He's here giving his good neighbor support for me, Johnson. Thank
Sorry, but it's
you.
fairly.
May I make a quick comment on Herman?
Absolutely, you can.
Just quick. Like when I was appointed EMA, I was scared. I didn't know. It was ahead of me. Like he had me on speed dial, like forever. All the questions, answers. He was like unbelievable. That's true.
That, And in the future, you'll still have me
He
on speed
told me.
dial. Right, so that's always a comforting thing to know, so. Thank you again. The next item on our agenda is for discussion our 2022 O2 burn ordinance.
We have the public hearing scheduled for next week, next Wednesday, the beginning of the meeting. We will have a public hearing for ordinance 2022-02 and 2022-03. So if anybody has any comments or questions, they can address them at that time.
I'd like to suggest that we move forward with this on the agenda for
Very good,
next Wednesday.
We
meeting.
will be on.
very good.
Okay, next is the parking on Thursday.
It's safe.
Things.
Yeah, just letting you know that we're going to be voting on it next week.
Okay. And then the fireworks.
If you recall, somebody brought up about possible fireworks ordinance, and the council agreed to table the discussion until the work session after the 4th of July to see if it was something we wanted to talk about having an ordinance or not. And I'm not sure whether it's not already covered under the noise ordinance that we've adopted. So, maybe Mary Claire can give us her input on that.
Well, I think that there's a couple ways to look at it, but the noise ordinance certainly would contemplate anything that's disruptive or unreasonable. Obviously, fireworks are inherently loud when they go off, so having to judge that reasonableness would be up to the police officers. I think but I do think that's something that they could implement the noise ordinance if it was causing a disruption.
Okay.
I think what council would have to consider is whether or not you wanted to completely ban them in the borough. I think that's what would be sought to be accomplished by a fireworks ordinance.
And I didn't think we wanted to that.
Hey, Rick.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, I don't agree with banning it, as long as it's covered under the noise ordinance where after 10 PM it's not allowed, I personally was fine with that.
Sure.
Now, the noise ordinance doesn't specifically speak to fireworks, but it does speak to.
But it could
Noises
potentially
which
fall
are
under it,
It's definitely
okay,
noise.
because it definitely is a noise that
Yes.
exudes allowed.
Didn't the legislature just pass something a couple weeks ago, restricting fireworks in certain times? I thought I saw that in the paper.
I don't know, but I can find out.
Yeah, I think it's, 10 o'clock is,
I think so, something like that.
I was fine with 10 o'clock closing, so I do understand it has to be dark for you to initiate the fireworks, for them to be seen.
Can we put the clause in there for the fireworks? It's just 4th of July, so a lot of times they have to do it before.
Jerry, if you put a clause, we have to amend the ordinance.
Could we start, could you for next week research what the legislature just passed and what its implications are for us? Because maybe it's a good point.
Why don't we just pick up this discussion after we know more next week?
Yeah, that's what I
Yes,
can report to
Madam
them.
President, if I can say something about fireworks. 4th of July, I live on Carnation Drive, and 4th of July was a disaster in our neighborhood. We had just, the ordinance, I just got a copy of it the night before. And it is something that we have to get things under control. My entire neighborhood has come to me about 4th of July. I don't think they were the type of fireworks you buy at Walmart. They were more fireworks that you would see at a fireworks pit. And I think we have to get this under control. I was on my front stoop. Are you sure you're good? I was on the front stoop at midnight listening to fireworks blow up in the sky. The neighbors in the neighborhood are really upset. So I think passing this is important because we have to get some control. Yeah, that people just shooting fireworks off like you did on the 4th.
So you want to ban them or you just? are
No,
fine
we don't
with
have to
the
ban it, but I think we have to. I think what we have to do is when it gets too loud and lasting too long, somebody has to come up and tell them. I'm not, we have an ordinance, it says 10 o'clock at night, we can allow fireworks. That's the stuff that I can control.
No, Frank, at that time, the noise ordinance had not yet been implemented, so
Right,
it was just after that.
right, I had just gotten the copy.
Right,
Before.
okay.
But it is something I feel very important because, like I said, when the neighbors came talking to me, they're all furious. And I said I would bring it up to council, for the importance of this ordinance.
I think,
Yes, Herman Johnson, Clark Summit resident. I concur with Councilman Vesta. I was on my deck, and I have a lot of trees in the backyard. And whatever kind of fireworks they were using, I was worried about the trees, really. And I think if it's not in the noise ordinance, then there should be something there to state that they should be away from the trees, because in my neighborhood, there's a lot of trees, and if one tree catches on fire, that whole block's gone. I don't think you should ban the 4th of July fireworks, but you should have something in there to cover it. And as elected officials, I think you would come up with something that would address that.
would they have to get a permit to do fireworks or anything like that?
No, they're sold, the ones that are sold legally, they don't need permits to put up. Unless we make an ordinance that says that they're required to get permits. Problem is then the police catching them and doing something about it. But it's up to us. So this is, let's find out what the state is, what the regulations are currently on the fireworks. And then we can see if we need to cover something beyond that.
Kind of running about, you know.
Sure. I'll report back to council next week then at our meeting about the current status, and then we can decide if something, obviously something like that would not be necessary. Noise ordinance.
Yeah.
But maybe there is something that would restrict you that has to come out, so.
Right.
Okay, to council.
Okay, well, we see how it works out first. Our Civil Service Commission.
The Civil Service Commission had hoped to have a list to present to council for next week. I don't think it's gonna happen. And the holdup right now, we're down to, we've got the ones that would be on the list, but we're waiting for the medical, physical, or the physical, the mental, and the agility.
Right.
So far, I've gotten one agility test in.
Oh.
So as soon as we have them, they can put the list together and send it up to you guys. But I just find it hard to believe that all of this will come in before next week.
Okay. Well, we're hoping for the best there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. And the ABPA, there's special events.
Right, council had enacted a special event permit application process the end of last year. So this is the case where the ABPA is looking to hold a block party, quote unquote. It's not
Right.
by our definition, it's a special event.
Sure.
They did submit their application. It's going to be for the last week in August, last weekend, August 26th. And it's really just same as they always have, blocking off the
Right.
part of Depot Street. So I don't know whether council needs to pursue this any further, what you want to do with it, whether we can just vote to accept it, or we don't have to vote on any of these. The way it went was that you would have the opportunity to see if you wanted to put input on or restrict it. So do we want to discuss this next week or just like that?
Probably best. We'll just say that unless somebody has comment on it.
Yeah.
You can actually, really, it's just a report, right? We don't have to do anything. I think it's up to yourself, Virginia, and the
Right.
chief to
It's
approve.
just putting us on notice. That's-
Right,
The only thing I will say, looking at this application, most of it's not filled out. If we're gonna have an application, we ask that they actually fill it out thoroughly. I mean, pretty much all the sections we added the detail.
Put NA if it's not applicable.
right. Okay, I'll follow up with them tomorrow.
Yeah, Janice would be more than happy to fill out everything there. Okay, and next item is resolution 2020-08 at 57 of 22.
Here, do you want to?
Yep, this was something that was drafted in response to something that would impact our tax collector. So it was passed at the beginning in January 1st, 2023. Any of the tax collectors would have the ability to waive a penalty for individuals who had a transfer of property from the previous 12 months and not received the tax bill. So there's certain requirements they would have to follow, just provide certain verification to her, and then she would have the ability to waive that penalty. So it's something that it was suggested that all municipalities put into place by resolution or ordinance, and the effective date would be the beginning of next year.
I'd like to move this forward and take an official vote on it next week.
Will be voted on.
Yep, before we move into the agenda, there's just two real quick things I wanted to mention. Next week, under bids and quotes, we're going to be voting to accept a bid. We, like our trucks earlier this year, we put our roller on, our existing roller on municipal bid because council had budgeted a new one for the DPW. It is a 1992 roller. We thought we'd be maybe getting 3,000. The final bid came in today at 7,000.
Very
So we
good.
did very well. So next week, we're going to vote to accept that. The other thing I wanted to mention is the beginning of the regular meeting in the beginning of July, there was a lot of difficulty with council hearing. It's across the table. It's not like from the audience here, but it's like from Harry speaking to down here. People were having difficulty hearing. So I did call in JP and Lilly, who did the system in here, and did ask them for a price on a microphone system. If we did want to do it, it would be a shared microphone on each of the 4 tables up here. Roughly $3,800 to $4,800. I didn't know whether council wanted to get a specific vote or if, and Mary Claire, maybe this would count as COVID relief money because this whole room was done for the purpose of being able to have more room to spread out under COVID relief. And the microphones might qualify there. So does council, would council like me to pursue that and get an actual quote for you?
Virginia, I think that'd be a good idea because on this side of the table last meeting, we could not hear it.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it would be a good idea. Pursue it and try to get.
Just to get a quote to see
Yeah.
the exact cost and how much it would be.
Yeah,
Okay, hopefully I'll have it for next week and we can talk more then, okay?
okay.
And can you find out if it's going to be stationary or will it be portable?
Okay, the microphones that he's gonna quote are stationary, they're gonna be less expensive. FYI, the equipment is way back ordered, like everything else in this world right now.
Sure.
But it would be stationary here. We can always add a remote microphone if we feel we need it in the audience. But right now, the biggest hearing issues that I'm hearing is just from one end of the table to the other, and that's a lot of people to go through.
Maybe as long as we're looking into the purchase of it, we look into the purchase of the remote microphone.
I'll have them add that as a
And that
separate
way-
price.
It would be all one price.
Sure. Okay, we'll have that information hopefully for next week.
Okay, and I also want to let council know that I have received a call on Thursday from Magistrate Paul Healer that the Abington Little League was offered to go to Williamsport to play in the All-Star
That's nice.
Series down there, and They wanted to run a caravan through town and just wanted the authorization. And I took it upon myself to grant. that to
Absolutely.
them. And also, I had him get in touch with the chief, he got in touch with the chief. And then I texted him on Sunday to find out what time the caravan would be coming through, and it's around 12:30, so
On what day?
Sunday.
Sunday.
So at any rate, I was Eucharistic minister at Mass, so I was in hopes we get out in time. And he let me know that the bishop was having Mass.
Huh.
So he said, do you think you might be able to mention to the bishop to see if he'd come out and give a blessing to the team? I said, I'll see what I can do. So Bishop Bombera, after the Mass, he announced it after Mass. Anyone that wanted to cheer on the Abington Little League, be right out in front. So anyway, when the fire trucks came through and the police cars and everything, and the bishop was blessing the team, I guess the parents and the kids down at the South Abington Park, they thought the bishop came all the way up from Scranton for them, so they were absolutely thrilled. So-
Very good. That's great.
So, and I just talked to Paul this evening and he said, they won their game today, so they're gonna be. So they're on-
Great.
so the blessing must have helped them there.
Didn't hurt.
No, that's for sure.
Didn't hurt.
Does any other council member have any thing they would like to reflect on?
Yes, Mrs. Gary, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Bob.
Very good. Hey, Virginia, I heard that there's these hero grants going on from the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office. I'm not sure if you've heard anything about that or if that's something you can look into.
Hero grants,
I
I think those are through the police department, but I will look into them, absolutely, and I'll get you information. I'll forward it over to y'all.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Madam President, also Virginia, I don't know if you're aware, but I did tell Jerry that Lackawanna County is getting $2 million for police, for hiring extra people and controlling the drugs and Scranton. And as I said to Jerry, we get part of it. They owe Clark Summit too. Let's just not give it to Scranton. $2 million is a lot of money, and we need it for the police department. So anything we get, any type of information we get on it, I gave Jerry the copy of the email came out. So it is for law enforcement. I think we have to push it and get our fair share. We need another full-time officer. Sorry. If we have the money, we should get another full-time officer. So let's stay on it. Let's see what they're offering.
I'll reach out and see if I can get some
I'll
specifics.
bring that paperwork in. for you,
Okay, great.
Virginia, and that gives you something to.
Yeah, I'll do some research then.
you can just go
Good.
out.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, well, guess we've covered all our bases this evening, and I want to congratulate Herman and Chris and Alex for being here tonight. And also Ron and his mom. He's been really a big asset to us. We really thank you. As I said, we're not going to be able to get somebody with 30 issues, so. Yeah.
Sure, are we, I mean, is the borough involved at all with the race? Like, we have a stand or anything down there?
We're,
No, we're just promoting, helping to promote it,
Okay,
but we're
no, I
not,
just
no.
think,
but,
I'm glad to help out.
it's also what we'd like to get out to the residents, that anybody, there's going to be a walking race and also the running race, right?
Right.
So this information will get to Linda Scott from the Abington Journal, the pictures, and the article, and we'll certainly mention the race. The race is August 13th, and anybody that would be interested in knowing. And a lot of families would like to just take to the walk and, you know. So,
Where does it kick off, Chair?
I don't recall the
I think
specifics.
it's on Olive Street.
Yeah, that sounds
Right by where
familiar.
where they have the race, it's like the railroad tracks. They've
oh,
been renovated.
They do have information online under race 4, the letter 4, or excuse me, the number 4, Ukraine. You can Google that and you'll find.
Where did you say, man?
I think it's on Olive Street. Well, actually,
Oh, down.
right where the railroad tracks were. It's, I think.
by the icebox?
No, up beyond there, like, I'm going up towards where the shelter for homeless people.
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
It's right across the street.
okay, do we have a motion to adjourn?
No, can't do
No
it.
motions,
No
work
motion.
session, we're
Work
done.
session.
Done.
We're done.
All right.
Bye, Mr. Shields.
Hey, Bob, I just wanted to let you know, I did sign in to the card.
I dug that out, I dug that out.
Please don't pull me in for forgery.
Well, just know it's okay. I'm sorry.
What's up, John?
Yeah, you got it.
No, all right, for next.
Thank you.
Do you want a copy of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at it. I mean.
I'm looking at those guys, 4 wheels and steering. Go at it.
Pretty much. He'll let you know if it's too big.
All right, sounds good.
You don't have to worry about that.
I'm excited.
And you need to be ready.
Yeah, well, hey, I was gonna say that.
Okay, let's get